There's a 7 kg limit for my carry-on with the airline that I'm traveling with, which means there's no way I can bring all of my gear with me. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be way over 7 kg. This trip is gonna be more like a family-friendly kind of trip. However, I still want to like take photos and mostly street photography. So here's a list of gear that I'll be bringing with me, and we're gonna add all of them into my bag and see if that exceed 7 kg. And the very first thing I'll bring is obviously the Canon R5. This is like the main camera that I do for work, and I also use this to shoot like all of the videos, and it's also a very great camera for street photography, even though some might not agree with me because it is pretty big, but I don't mind this size actually. Not at all. And the lens that's going to pretty much live on the Canon R5 will be the 15-35, which is what I'm using right now. I think it's a 28 at this focal length from what you're looking at. The 15-35 is just very versatile. I use it for real estate. I also vlog with it, and making videos like this all the time. It's a great focal length for pretty much anything that I do. Plus, I love shooting street with wider focal lengths like 28 or 35. Even the 24 sometimes. It's just a fantastic, well-rounded lens in my opinion. Now, as you all know, I'm not a big fan of camera straps, but I'm bringing one this time. Well, it's usually in my bag. I just don't use it unless I really have to. And this is from Peak Design. I think this is the leash, the skinniest, the smallest one that I can find. But this little guy here, the wrist strap, also from Peak Design, because I use their Anchor system, so it's easier for me to switch around between cameras. But I've been using this strap for about a month and a half now, and I have to say, this is growing on me. I never thought I would like use and utilize something like this like in my workflow. Usually I don't use any kind of strap like at all, but one of the comments on YouTube got me thinking, what if I start implementing a wrist strap? Especially when I'm making videos and taking photos, and if I want to switch different cameras or test out different cameras, this actually comes in handy. Like, it saved me so much time from just like changing around gears and things like that, little stuff. There is a couple downsides with the wrist strap that I don't like, such as the adjustment here is a bit too fast for my taste, and the magnet here, it's not exactly strong where I can like keep it on my wrist. I think that's a great idea. It's just the magnet is just not as strong as I would expect it to be. So it kind of like falls around and then goes like this once in a while whenever I'm not careful. But other than that, I think this is a great wrist strap. Maybe there's like other ones that I don't know about. Let me know in the comment section. I would love to know, and maybe give it a try too. Let's come back to the lens again, because that's probably gonna be one of the heaviest thing in my bag. And the one I'll be bringing is the Nifty 50, as always, because it's just so small. The profile, the weight, the size. It's really fun using the 50 Nifty for street photography as well. And at the same time, it renders decent image. This is also the lens I brought to the rodeo in my previous video, because it's just easier to get around with it. The other lens I'm bringing with me is this 30 years old EF 85mm f1.8, so I can start my street photography TikTok career while I'm in Asia. I'm just kidding. There's no way. I just can't. First of all, it's not street photography. Second, because this is an EF lens, so I need that adapter for my Canon R5. I really like how like the 85 renders the f1.8, because this is so old. The bokeh just looks old. Like, everything about this lens is old, and so it's not the fastest. I don't shoot with the 85 that often for street anyways, which I think I'll definitely do and try. I'll probably like it. But honestly, to me, any lens that can achieve the look that I want, that does the job, works. It doesn't really matter what focal length. As for a microphone, I'll be using the one that you're listening to right now, the Deity D3 Pro. I recently got a wind muff for it because it didn't come with one. So hopefully this will block most of the wind noises when I'm making videos outdoor. Next we have the Nisi filter right here. Something I recently purchased to replace the old VND that I used to use. This particular system is called the Swift system. Basically, I can just stack on different filters on top of each other for variable ND filters, as well as like a mist filter it has in here. Now, I love the true color from Nisi. It's there's pretty much no color cast. I love it. It's great. But if you know how to like color grade your footage, then I mean, you can get away with other filters. It works too, like I used to do with the Peter McKinnon VND filter. With the Nisi True Color, you don't have to combat that problem, which is a plus in my opinion. And as for the mist filter, it only gives you like the 1/4 strength. I like it, but to my taste, it's a bit too strong. I'll probably prefer the 1/8 version more if they have one. I've been using the mist filter mostly for like B-roll shots, but I probably will use it more for like A-rolls just to see how it looks. It's a bit too strong, but we'll give it a try sometimes. One interesting thing I found is that every brand of like mist filter seems to have a different level of mist. There's no like standard strength for all of them, so you really have to see like which brand you're getting in order to have the right level of strength that you like. Just a little heads up if you're in the market for one. This next thing I'm bringing doesn't exactly goes into my bag. It goes into my pocket, the Ricoh GR3. I'm not going to bring any other B-cam or any of the interchangeable DSLR or mirrorless cameras. Instead, I'm gonna just bring this APS-C sensor pocket camera, just in case if I can't, bring a big setup to anywhere that I'm going. This way I'll still have a really capable little pocket monster with me. Plus with the weight limit, I don't wanna add more weight to my bag. There is another camera that I kinda wanna bring with me, and that's the Pentax over here. It's a film camera. I do have a couple more film that I have in stock and haven't shot yet. However, it's chunky and heavy. I'm not exactly sure if this will, we'll have to check with the weight limit and see if I decide to bring this. I used to shoot a lot of films back in the day, but it's getting a bit more expensive. Now this next camera I have to bring, it's a little mess here in front of me. I lost it. The GoPro Hero 8, I did upgrade recently to this snap thing. And I used it for the first time at the Houston Rodeo. I think it's a way better solution than before where I had the clip to the sternum strap. That's what I usually use. This snap mount, it's a way better system than the clip-on to the sternum strap, because all I have to do is to just wear this inside my shirt. It'll snap on like so. And from the result of the POV shot that I got from the rodeo, it's decent. Better than I expected, so I think I'm keeping this. And we're gonna use more and see how it goes. Now, as for a tripod, I'm bringing this one, the PGY Tech tabletop tripod, so I can hopefully mount on anywhere that I can find if I need to, maybe for like a time lapse or long exposure shot. I almost forgot this one essential item that I absolutely need to bring. What I have here is the 14-inch M1 Pro. And it's not heavy, it's very small, so hopefully this doesn't add too much weight. .6 kilograms. That's not too shabby. I'll take that. Wait, I haven't added this camera yet.